Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in. This is a presentation of the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy located at 610-611 East 17th Street, Wilmington, Delaware. Recently saw some videos in regards of people making fun of Dr. Umar Johnson in regards of, is he a scam artist? Is he legit in um, bringing forward a school, the FDMG Academy? And of course, we also have to do our own research to find out the validity of what's true and not true. Now, what I did find out, what is true, he does own the buildings. Um, Now, this building was before a middle school called the Moyer Academy. It was a charter school, and it lost its charter. And from the donations that Dr. Umar Johnson received, was able to purchase the property. Now, of course, if you see the photos in front of you, I did my Google search. You can browse around with Google Maps and you can see the surrounding areas. But of course, this school was once a charter school, and now Dr. Umar Johnson owns the property. But of course, it has some deferred maintenance. Then we have property that has deferred maintenance. Other things tend to happen when it comes to weathering, water, extreme heat. All those things become a factor when a school is just sitting and no one's taking care of the property. So of course, deferred maintenance is definitely present when you look at the exterior of the building. As far as the interior of the building, I'm not sure how those things look, but of course, when a school loses charter, people lose jobs, people get angry, and no telling what probably how it looks, the conditions that looks like it can look like in the inside. But what I suggest is, as Dr. Umar Johnson collects donations from those supporters who are donating, maybe it's good to maybe hire a contractor who can renovate it and possibly have a different look, modify the buildings, uh, because the structure is it's dated. So congratulations for owning the property. And of course, the reason why Dr. Umar Johnson is an easy target is probably because he's so vocal and he's outspoken, and he has a way of looking at certain things. Now, do I agree or disagree with his message? I understand what his message is. I understand the message. Growing up and going through our schools, all we saw as far as black history goes is slavery. Now, that's the American way of looking at how black people are perceived. But of course, there are more to black Americans than slavery. There's a history before the slavery, and there's a history after slavery. There's a lot of information that you can learn from a person who teaches black studies. And there are private schools that cater to certain class of people, whether it be a Catholic, Muslim. It could be various religious groups have a school within their organization that they're catering to, teaching their customs, all these things. There are also non-black schools that are private and they cater to a certain class of people, whether it be economics, things of that nature. So when Dr. Umar Johnson is saying that he wants to have a black school for black boys to train them in a certain way to get them the information that they need to be prosperous in life, I understand that information. And then also he said he wants a school that's adjacent to this structure that I'm showing you for black girls to learn about black women. And I think his tone is saying a blue black chocolate person I think he's just meaning um, just black people, and sometimes he speaks in metaphors, and I think that people should. Of course, he's an easy target. By the way, no, I don't know the history of him obtaining the funds for the school, but I do see that there is a school that used to be called that was called Moyer College, Moyer Academy. Now it's the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvis Academy. He owns property. For those who do want to support Dr. Umar Johnson, he does have a website. You can Google the information. I Googled the information, see that there's a school, and there is a way for you to submit your donation to Dr. Umar Johnson. And I think that black people need to support black people when they're trying to do things to better our people. And it's easy to make a YouTube video to poke fun at people. I understand that. I mean, sometimes those get ratings, those get views, and that generate money for the YouTuber. But in the reality of the school goals, it's actually owned by Dr. Umar Johnson. And he has a plan to increase the knowledge of black men. I could take you to a story of my junior high. Things were pretty bad at this time. This is, of course, in the 80s. They hired a black studies teacher. He only came for a few hours a day, took some black students out of the class, and taught us black history. Not the black history that we learned in school, public school, but he gave us more information in regards of who we are, self-worth, and all those great things. Of course, that inspired me to turn away from that congregating with the wrong crowd and being more productive in society. Of course, I think that I don't know the faculty that Dr. Umar Johnson has, but I'm pretty sure he's an educated man, comes off well spoken, so he's an educated man, got a school, from the supporters, donations, and if you're still with Dr. Umar Johnson as a supporter, well, make those donations. I think this is a good idea for young black uh, kids to grow up understanding who they are and not just past slaves. That is what we're taught in public schools today. So, hey, congratulations, Dr. Umar Johnson. Hope all is well. Thank you.